everybody? Niroami Alucard, the madman from the Midwest, back again to bless your timelines with, you guessed it, yet another video. And today, we are going to be discussing how to create an effective villain. Sorry. Anyway, villains are... I've already done a video about building a character, but building a villain is a bit trickier. The reason being is because villains are the antagonists of their story, and bad villains are very easy to make. So, here are 3 ground rules for making an effective villain. 1. Your villain's motivation should be clear. Now, you don't have to reveal your villain's motivation immediately in a story. You don't have to, but it should be very clear as to what your villain is trying to accomplish in this story. This is pretty self-explanatory, but it's very, very easy to screw up. A lot of Saturday morning cartoons had a nasty habit of doing this, especially in the 80s. Well, really not the 80s. Most of them was pretty one-note, but you get the point. Rule number 2, and this one again is pretty self-explanatory, but a lot of people have trouble following this rule. Not every villain needs a tragic backstory. We do not live in Masashi Kishimoto, the author of Naruto's brain. Not every villain in your story needs to have a tragic backstory. They need to have a good reason for doing what they do, but it doesn't necessarily need to be tragic. Some of the most memorable villains in history were all one-note bad guys, like, say, Skeletor. Sorry, me and that maniacal laughter have been having a really odd issue with each other lately. Anyway, it is possible to make a compelling one-note villain with a simple motivation. Again, Skeletor, Mumra, Megatron, Cobra Commander. But yeah, that's rule number 2. Not every villain needs to have a tragic backstory. And after combining rule number 1 with your villain's motivation should be clear, rule number 2, your villain doesn't necessarily need to be a tragic backstory, and rule number 3, not every villain has to be flawed. Now, hold on. Let me explain this to you here. The reason your villain does what he does should not be because of some character flaw of his. It can be, but it doesn't need to happen for every single villain you create. Your villain should have a clear sense of motivation and a clear method of achieving his or its goal in the story. So, that's how I think you can make an effective villain in your story. So, if you think I missed anything, feel free to leave a comment below. With all that being said, I am Niroami Alucard, the madman. I do hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, and subscribe if you want more. Now I must go. My planet needs me. Peace.